Hello, you are most welcome. I'm teacher Ivan from Wuuna Educational Services. I welcome you to the third lesson of business mathematics. In this particular lesson, we are looking at simple and the compound interests. Simple interest is calculated from the formula which says that simple interest equals to principal P times rate R, which is R over 100 since it is a percentage rate, times time. This time is normally in years or month or any unit of time. So where P is the principal, R over 100 is the rate, and T is the time, normally in years. When a simple interest for any given time is added to the principal, the sum is what we call amount at simple interest of that time. For instance, when I borrow my friend 20,000 and we agree that after 1 week you are giving me 25,000, that means that the 20,000 is the principal and the 5,000 will be the interest. So for me to get the amount, I have to add the 20,000, which is the principal, plus the 5,000, which is the interest. And therefore, it gives me amount as principal plus interest. That is for simple interest. Then we come to compound interest. Compound interest can be calculated using the formula compound interest equals now accumulated amount minus the principal. So in this, we first calculate the accumulated amount over a given period of time at a certain rate, which is given as the principal P into 1 plus the rate R over 100 to power n, which n shows time in years, where P is the principal, R is the percentage rate per annum, and n is the number of years. So during compound interest investment, we calculate the accumulated amount at the end of the agreed period of time. Then how do we then get interest? The interest will be the accumulated amount take away the principal invested. That will give us compound interest. So this formula gives us the accumulated amount at the end of the time, and then this one will give us the compound interest, where we get accumulated amount take away the principal that was invested at the beginning. So for instance, we have examples. Example 1 says find the simple interest rate on 20,000 for 1 3/4 years at 1.5% per month. So since this rate is per month, then we shall have to change this time in month to match the percentage rate. And after converting this to month, we now apply the formula for simple interest. This is how we shall do that. We've said that we first convert the time from years to month. Reason being, the rate given to us is per month. So 1 3/4 years is converted as we first change this to an improper fraction, which is 7/4 times now the 12 months that are in a year, which gives us, this is 3, hence giving us 21 months. Then simple interest is given as principal times rate times time over 100. So the principal is 20,000 the rate is 1.5, the time is 21. We can use that to get the simple interest. Then in number 2, they want us to calculate the compound interest on shillings 2,000 for 2 years at 8% per annum. So if they want us to calculate compound interest, that means we shall have to first get the accumulated amount using this formula, which is accumulated amount equals to principal. In this case, the principal is 2,000 into bracket 1 plus the rate, which is 8 over 100 into bracket power n, which will be 2 years in this case. After getting the accumulated amount, now we come and get the compound interest that they want, which is accumulated amount, take out the principal. So that is how we shall handle such a question. So that has been interests. Now we are coming to another topic, which is appreciation and depreciation. Appreciation is used to describe an increase in the value of an asset. For instance, we have very few assets that accumulate, but the best asset that accumulates is land. Land accumulates. So land accumulates in its value, or it appreciates. The value of land appreciates day per day. So that means that for appreciation, the new amount is given by the principal, that is the original value of land, into 1 plus the rate at which it is appreciating per annum, times the to power the number of years it takes. So we use the very formula for accumulated amount in compound interest, because they are the same. Still, in compound interest, you invest your money in a bank over a given period of time, and that money goes on accumulating or appreciating over a given period of time. So that compound interest accumulation of money is the same as the appreciation of value of an asset. That's why we use the same formula. Whereby in this case, the new amount of land or the new value of land will be the principal, which was now the original value of land, into 1 plus the rate at which land appreciates, to power n, which shows the number of years passed since the original value of land. Then for depreciation is used to describe a decrease in the value of an asset. Many assets depreciate. For instance, the vehicles, the phones, and so many other assets that depreciate. So during depreciation, we shall use a minus. We use a minus to show that the price has reduced, and therefore the new amount of a depreciated asset is given as the principal, which is the original value, into bracket 1 minus the depreciating rate per annum, to power the number of years. For instance, we are told that a car valued at shillings 8.9 millions depreciates each year at 10% of its value, and at the beginning of the year, depreciates each year at 10% of its value at the beginning of the year. So they want us to find its value after 3 years. So 8.9 millions is the principal. This 10% is the depreciating rate R, and 3 shows n, or the number of years. So we shall simply substitute in this formula, where 8.9 is our principal, the 10% is R, and the 3 years is N. So we get the new amount of the car after 3 years. Then example 2 shows that a plot of land bought at 500,000 appreciates by 12% in the first year, and subsequently for 2 more years at 10%. They want us to find its value after the 3 years. So in the first year, land appreciated by 12%, meaning in the formula for appreciation, this is our principal, this is our rate, and the n will be 1, since the 12% is for 1 year. So when we are substituting to get the new amount after 1 year, we shall take the principal as 500,000, the rate is 12, and the n will be 1. Then in the second, in the 2 years, in the more 2 years, it appreciated at the same rate. So this time round, when considering the 2 years, we shall not use this as our principal, but we shall use the accumulated amount after the first year will become our principal when calculating the new amount for the 2 years. You must take note of that. So that has been appreciation and depreciation. So please, after getting some knowledge, you can please apply the knowledge and try more numbers so that you become perfect. Otherwise, I'm Teacher Ivan from Wuuna Educational Services. Please, I hope to see you for the next lesson. Subscribe, comment, like, share. We are on Facebook, we are on TikTok. Just search for Wuuna Educational Services on any platform. You'll find us. Join our learning lessons so that we learn together as we enjoy together. Bye bye.